All right, guys, Coach Mason, opening comment, and then he'll be available for your questions.
Yeah. Tough loss, like for this group tonight. You look at this in ball game, and we've had our fair share of opportunities in these last couple of games, and like to come up short, you can look at a lot of things in it. Unfortunately, like for us, seems like same feeling, and same result. And like for this, I thought um, defensively played hard. Special teams, we left some loose change, men out there, and then offensively, um, it wasn't enough. Altogether, it wasn't enough. And I told our team, the outcome changes when we make it so. Um, you can only be close for so long. I told them, I'll put this on my shoulders. I'll work harder. I'll be better because I need them to. I need them to work harder. I need us to be better, like in situations, whatever that looks like. There are no rah rah speeches. There are no, um, uh, you know, antidotes for having to win tough games. This is football, and it's always been that way. Um, yeah, did it come down to a field goal? It came down to a long field goal. Would have liked to have hit it. Would have felt great. Would have made the outcome seem different, but you didn't get it, and you know what? You sort of feel like you're right back where you were, and and so for this team, I told these guys, man, we're gonna take a little time off. We're gonna assess it. We're gonna get back to work, and then what we got to do on the other side of this bye is go to Delaware and find a way to win. But hats off to Missouri State. They found a way to make a couple more plays than we did, and um, we were down and light like some players tonight. But that wasn't the reason why we lost this ball game. We lost this ball game because just didn't do enough. So with that being said, I'll open it up for questions.
Coach, obviously a tough game to drop. How frustrating is that to lose the way you guys did? What was the message to kind of rally the troops and tell them, just put it past you and go into next week, try to go 1-0?
I said I'll put it on my shoulders, right? I mean, I don't need you looking down on social media and and paying attention to things that really don't matter because at the end of the day, man, people have a right to an opinion. They really do. I mean, look, man, they're fans and they want to see us be successful too. I've got to do a better job, and um, part of it is keeping these guys focused and keeping the main thing, right? You can look at stats and stats just I mean you can win the stat line and still lose, and that's what it's been. So you know we've got to be better in the space that we're in. We got to work a little harder, and we got to grind a little more. Neither team had a turnover, but the reality of it is, just not enough positive plays. So offensively, got to get back to work. Special teams, man, we'll find a way to flip the field a little more, and then man, defensively, got to get a takeaway.
One of the positives was your defense did a pretty good job at bending but not breaking.
Yeah.
Just talk about that unit and how that big was. How big was that for them to come up and do that?
Yeah, I mean they were short. They were short some players. Man, you look at it, you lose Abdul Muhammad, in that ball game. Then you lose Kalen Woods in that ball game, and you're trying to find a way, like to get off the field. Like when I looked at it at halftime, I think they were 4-8, on third down, sitting at 50%. And second half, we got them off the field. So we just didn't turn that into points. So I think the defense, had a better second half. Obviously, like working to slow that group down. The biggest thing that we got to be able to do is play a connected game, and it is offense to defense to special teams. Because what happens is, there's going to be some times, man, where we need, our offense to be able to, score points like we did tonight. We needed points, and kicking field goals is not the way. So we just have to make sure we don't point fingers. We got to look at the things that we do well. We got to continue to encourage doing those things well, and hopefully the trickle effect of continuing to push and break through leads us to a different place.
Derek, how concerned are you with the attitude of the team? outlook? Are you concerned about that? You mentioned social media. Would you rather get back on the field next week or?
Nah, social media is social media. It's here to stay, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I mean, our kids are gonna look at it whether I tell them to or not. I just have to make sure, man, that I frame the messaging like the way I need to. It's easy to fracture. Like I told these guys in the locker room. I mean, it's not about pointing fingers. You know, I mean, you're a Blue Raider, and this is a tough time. So what we have to do, man, is find a way to lean into each other. Like I said, I'll take it. I've been through this like a little bit. So like for me, I want these dudes to lean into the adversity. That means leaning into me, put it on my shoulders, and that's okay. They're gonna be fine.
Coach, obviously, you would have liked to have seen Jacob hit the 50-yarder in his range at the end of the game, but was there maybe a thought after the fact of playing it more aggressively to try to get it a little bit closer?
Yeah, listen, you thought maybe that you may hit it on the first run, but then after the first, you talk about playing aggressive. Like with that being said, I'll take a shot anytime I can take a shot. I think the big thing was, okay, we felt like we could possibly puncture. They did a good job of running the backer off the edge. Man, the guy makes a play for a loss. If you look at the front side, okay, if he can get out the front side, then it's probably a 15-yard gain. Instead, then it winds up being, like a 2-yard loss. Like on the second play, when you start to look at the clock, and the reality of it is, you're trying to bleed this thing and not leave a lot of time on the clock, hoping that you're gonna, get an opportunity. And then when you get the third down, yeah, you want to go take a shot down the field a little bit. I'll probably look at it again and say, yeah, I mean that's what everybody does, right? The reality is we didn't get the game won, so it'll fall on my shoulders. I'm good.
Coach, obviously at the mid point of the season now through 6 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
What's just kind of your main takeaway of what the team has to do moving forward to turn the tides a little bit?
Scoring points. We're getting defensive, stops, whatever that looks like. That this thing was built like that way on the front end, offensively to allow these guys to do some things. And, I'll go back to why this game was the way it was and so close was because we didn't make a move in the first quarter when we had plenty of opportunities to. This game goes back to what happened in the first quarter, not so much what happened towards the end of the ball game. Not taking advantage of momentum, opportunity, and just the ability to sort of create some distance. It haunts you. So the things that you don't get done early are the things you pay for late.
Saw a lot of new faces today, especially freshmen, kind of get their first reps.
Yeah.
Is it open season everywhere at this point of the year for all positions?
Well, we've been traveling guys on special teams all year. There's maybe about 11 or so freshmen that travel, and some of those guys are going to have to play. I mean, you saw Chris Noble tonight, hop on the field and play. Man, a lot of those guys are playing in special teams. They're athletic enough to play. Just trying to get the speed of the game to calm down for those guys because you're going to need these guys, when it comes down to it. So nobody's off the table in terms of what it looks like, man. But we want to win. We just don't want to play guys, man. We want to put guys in position, man, where they can be effective, for this team.
On Monday, Coach, you said that you fully expected to see Jacob Clark, and Juice Bailey got the start.
Yeah.
Did he play the way that y'all were expecting him to, and is that how y'all prepared?
Yeah, I mean, look, he took off and ran a couple times, but he also made some good throws. They did a good job of early, like finding isolations. Like we were able to key in on that, like in the second half, and that's where you see, the totals come down. So I got to give, Coach Stu and that defensive staff like some credit just in terms of like what you saw, because they did some things with him in terms of the run game, the stretch, keep read, some of these things that like you expect, but you don't know how fast somebody is until you get on the field. I mean, and he was a hiccup guy. I mean, he can go beat, and a couple of times, man, and he took off for a couple of like nice runs. But I thought what you saw early, late was that we did a pretty good job of like caging a rabbit, making him play from the pocket, which is not his game. And we keyed in on some of the run game, which like we got some tackles for loss on some of that stuff. So again, we just reeled it in. Being down some personnel, we reeled it in late, and that gave us an opportunity to get out the field and get the ball back.
You mentioned Abdul Mohammed leaving the game early. What's the status on him going forward?
Yeah, they'll evaluate him. He went off with an upper body injury, and so what we'll do is like evaluate here in the next 24 to 48 hours. And as you saw, he came back and he was on the sideline, and I'm hoping that he'll be okay. I talked to him after the game. He seemed to be in solid spirits.
This season, you seem to be playing where at least you have a chance to make that winning drive and winning strike to win the game. But like you said, being close is not good enough.
Yeah.
What has to change for the team to win these type of games moving forward?
It's the execution, right? Third down, fourth down. Like I'm not going for it just to go for it, right? I'm going for it, man, because I feel in my mind, okay. Every opportunity on fourth down is 4th and 1, and we can get it. And so, man, you got to call it that way. But it's not just the way I feel. We all got to feel that way, okay? And I'm not saying that like people don't. I'm just saying, okay, man, when you play the game like this, you're playing for keeps. A couple of times, yeah. Some people say, well, yeah, man, you probably could have kicked the field goal, but I just didn't think we were in field goal range at the time. I wanted to make sure that the field, in defense was playing well. So for me, I think it's just about like these opportunities that we have to maximize. We have to maximize our opportunities. And I think I've tried to show all year, man, that I believe in the group. Sometimes, man, when they're struggling, you got to show that you believe in them. Because if you don't, then they're never going to get it done, right? And so you just got to keep giving them opportunities. And when you do, hopefully, man, they make it right. But again, those calls are on me, so I'll take the blame.
Anything else, Coach?
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.